What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to show you a super simple power slash refrigerator setup for your rig. Now this setup does not require any hardwiring. It does not require a second battery. It is super simple. So basically what I have going on with this setup is I am using the stock inverter that is built into the Tacoma. As you are already familiar, it runs 100 watts while you are in driving, and then 400 watts if you're just tailgating. Now with running something like a fridge here, ideally you want the 400 watts to run at all times. So for my rig, I am a weekend warrior type of rig. I go maybe 2, 3, 4 days tops, and then I'm back home. This is not a dedicated overlanding rig where I'm gone for a week or two. Otherwise, I would probably seriously consider upgrading my power grid here. I have a video I'll put up somewhere here where I convert the converter to 400 watts anytime. So all the time it is running 400 watts. So basically the stock outlet right here at the quarter panel here, what I have plugged up to it is the jackery. And then what I have plugged up to the jackery is the fridge. Now, you could technically run the fridge straight to the outlet here of the Tacoma, and that'll run fine. But the only problem with that is whenever you're at a rest stop, or if you're out to lunch, if you're grabbing a lunch for an hour or so, the fridge is not running. I have this fridge plugged up to the jackery so that it can be running at all times. So the jackery serves as a reserve. It'll be like a second battery really that you would run, people that run second batteries on their Tacomas. It acts as a reserve. It'll keep drawing from the jackery, and when it goes down to 95% and you're ready to get up and going again on the road, the truck is going to charge it back up to 100% again. So it's always going to be charging when you're driving. The fridge will always be running off the jackery, if that makes sense. Now, the only way and the key to this setup is you have to do the 400 watt anytime mod. I believe there's a hack on the forums. If I could find it, I'll link it somewhere here. But there's a hack where you can just snip some wires, I believe, and it'll run 400 watts at all times. I am skeptical about that. I hate snipping wire if I can avoid it, especially factory wires. There is a kit out there by, I believe, Guild Outfitters, not sponsored. It is plug and play, super easy. That is the key to make this setup run. Let me show you a closer look at the setup here. Again, the factory outlet is right here, 400 watts anytime here. I have that plug charging the jackery at all times when we're on the road. Whenever the truck is on, it will be charging the jackery. So it's always topping off the jackery, keeping it pretty much at 100% at all times. And I just have it sitting here on top of my toolkit. I need to have a better solution in storing this because it is kind of wobbly back here still. It's not fully secure. And then from the jackery, what I have is the AC plugs right here. I just have this plug here that goes to, and it runs here, and it runs to the fridge, and it powers the fridge. Again, as you can see, the jackery works as a reserve, making the fridge run at all times, keeping the food from spoiling, keeping everything in there cool. You name it. This setup has worked for many trips for my family and myself. So again, just a super easy setup that anybody can do. Again, you don't need skills. You don't need to hardwire anything. As long as you have a reserve, like a jackery, or there's so many power banks out there, and you can run pretty much anything. Run it the same way I do. So your cost for this type of setup is going to be a little bit different. Guild Outfitters kit, the 400 watt kit, I don't know how much it is lately. But I bought this, I think 2 years ago. So I'm sure the price is jacked up a little bit. And as far as power banks, you can go with anything. There's so many on the market right now. It's up to you. Pick whatever fits your bill. I have a 1,000 watt Jackery, the old Jackery, but it's still working fine, charging fine for me. I have no questions about it. And it keeps my fridge cool. Pretty much, again, for extended weekend trips. Again, for longer trips, you're probably going to want to look into solar, second battery type of setup to sustain your fridge that much longer. But if you're like me, weekend warrior, this setup's going to do the job. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hopefully you took something away from this video. We will check you out on the next video. Peace out.